Hey, we're glad you're here. You have found your way to Janine and Amy's travel experiences. And tonight, there's only Janine, no Amy. And I know what you're thinking to yourself, what a total ripoff. But hold on, because I'm here with Ariane Lewis from Club Med, which is almost as awesome as Amy, right? Hi, Ariane. How are you?
Hey, Jeannie, how are you? It's good to see you.
I'm good, thanks. So I don't know about you, but I, in my head, think of Club Med and MTV Spring Break, which I know is not true because I have Googled it. And MTV from like 1986 to 1996 went to Daytona Beach. But I don't know why I've always thought it was Club Med. But I think it's really important that we let the viewers know that Club Med is not what they think it is. It's really great for families. And now something really cool, a brand new resort in Canada at Charlevoix, Quebec, right? So I'm super excited to have Ariane here to talk about Club Med and the resort because you know what? I don't know about you, but I'm driving. Wherever I go for the next, say, 6 months or so, we're driving. So it's really nice to have that here. So before we start, though, I'd like to know, where will you go when we finally get to go somewhere?
That's a great question. I mean, I thought about, well, my passport is like just sitting in my door, and all I want to do is have as many
Collecting
passport stamps
dust.
as possible. Yeah, that's all I want to do. I just want as many like stamps as I can possibly get on my passport right now. I mean, gosh, I mean, granted, I would love to be back in either Cancun or Turks or I mean, I'll take Maldives if I really have to. I mean, the good news is Club Med is global, so I've got many different options. That's the
Yeah,
good news,
definitely. Definitely.
many possible passport stamps. That's as much
Yeah.
as what I'm really looking for. I think we
Yeah.
all are, though, too.
Those also found fabulous. So if you have any questions, just throw them in, just post them below.
Yeah.
And we'll answer for you right away if you have any questions about Club Med, either Canada or anywhere. So that's a good place to start because Club Med really is a global resort opportunity, right?
Yes.
So people can pretty much, I mean, look at this map. This is like, these are all Club Meds.
They are all Club Med. I have to say, when like you were saying, Jeannie, when people think of Club Med, they think of the Club Med back in like the 70s or even years further ago. We are the pioneers and the innovators and all inclusive. And one of the things is that because we're the pioneers and the innovators, we're always the first ones to go into the destinations. But we've really grown up. I mean, yes, we've had our fun party days, and of course, we really truly have evolved like so many other resort chains and everything else out there. And I have to say that, whether you are looking for just a, standard basic type of resort, I think that with Club Med, you have so many different options. We have over 70 different resorts globally on 5 different continents. So there's something for everyone, depending on the taste, the flavor, what you're looking for, what experiences you want. Like you were just saying that you were supposed to go to Japan. I'm sorry that that's not happening this year, but we've got Club Meds in Asia, in China, Japan, Thailand's coming for us in the near future here. So we're constantly growing and evolving each and every year. Within the next 5 years, we have 5 new resorts coming on board each and every year.
Yeah.
So we're not stopping and slowing down in any case, but I mean, such a great, vibrant resort to go to and just have that opportunity.
Yeah. And I'm all for having fun. Absolutely. Yeah. I think that maybe that's why it's good to talk about, because I'm sure there are some families that are like, well, I don't want to be a place where there's going to be wild at night. But I just went to Club Med in Punta Cana in the DR for Dominican Republic for a conference last year. And it was fabulous. And no, it was nice. And you're absolutely right. There were so many different options for accommodations. So you could be in an adult only area that's like 5-star, and then they had suites for families, so you could be together, and it's nice. So everyone can go and enjoy and feel comfortable. So I did like that a lot. So let me ask you, so what makes Club Med special? If someone's never been there before, what do you say is special about it, and what would attract people to be able to go?
So, what I think is a really attractive part, there's a handful of different things with what makes us our differentiators is the fact that, we're the pioneers, we're the innovators. So we're the first ones to go into the destinations. Like you were saying, you had been to Dominican Republic with us, and, we're the first ones in Miches Playa Esmeralda. So it's in northeast Dominican Republic. It's about 20 minutes away from Punta Cana International Airport, but there's nobody on either side. You have over miles of having nobody else around you. But it's great because, if you want an adults only resort, you do have, those options, but then you also have a family resort. I would like to say that we've really grown up. We've had fantastic kids clubs, and, our great organizers, they're the ones that really bring the Club Med spirit and really make you feel like you're a sense of community and just knowing you have that. But we have from 4 months old to 17 years old in kids clubs we actually cater to. So 4 months old to 23. Then we have 2 to 3 years old for our mini club. Then our petite club is ages 4 to 10, and then our teens world is 11 to 17. And so there's so many different activities and things you can go. So it's not just like so many other all-inclusives, in my heyday, I've worked in travel for a handful of years. And so it's like, a lot of resorts are like, oh, we have a kids club from 3 to 12, but it leaves out all the kids in between those other ages. So, I'm grateful that we have those dedicated age groups, and we know how stressful it is for first-time parents trying to travel internationally, but still want to be able to get away, like having to pack and play and having all the toys and having the right formulas and food. We know how overwhelming that can be. So we already have all that taken care of for you. So think about when you were, at spring break, and then obviously you've grown up since then. That's really what Club Med has really done. We've continued to evolve. A little bit, yes. I mean, of course, we have our crazy signs, and of course, we're there to want to make sure that everybody has a great time. But it also comes down to, we have so many different inclusions in water sports and activities. Like, of course, it's great because if you haven't, make sure that you download the Club Med app. It has all the worldwide resorts and all the activities, things you can do if you want to do paddleboarding, or if you want to learn how to do Hobie Cat, or if you want to do, skiing or snowboarding. We have such a great team that will be able to assist you in all of that with the water sports, the activities. And then, we have over 120 different countries of, staff and employee that comes in from our great organizers globally. So, you have a sense of international flair for fun and active families. And it's just great because everybody gets a chance to interact with those, great organizers when they're on property with us. And it's just being able to meet Ramon or Sydney. Those were the two people I came in. I started with Club Med probably about 7 months ago, and I remember I had a flight, and my flight was delayed from, I think I was delayed in Houston, let's just say. And I was delayed for 6.5, 7 hours. So initially I was supposed to get to Cancun at 3 o'clock, and then I didn't get to Cancun until 11:30 because of everything that was going on. And as soon as I arrived, I met Sydney and Ramon. I've worked in hospitality, still somewhat new to the industry, but I just felt like I instantly had friends, and I felt like I knew my way around the resort instantly. They were just so kind, so generous, and just had this amazing Club Med spirit. Plus, they were running around throughout the resorts. Got a chance to know that Ramon worked front desk the first day I met him, but then he was working in transfers, and then he was working over in entertainment, and then he was working as a wait staff the next day, and Sydney was working in the gifts department, and she was working sales, and she was working transfer. So we're constantly all over the resort.
Yeah. So everybody, so you can see one person working one spot one day. Everybody pitches in. That's what it sounds like to me. Everyone pitches in. It is.
Yes. Yeah. It's a fantastic, lively atmosphere, though. So, I mean, we do so many things, and we do it really well. But Club Med's such a great brand and product, and we're still continuing to grow and evolve into new destinations and places that maybe you never would have thought of would have been an opportunity to go and travel to. So it's worthwhile.
Well, speaking of that, so you're going into new destinations. So let's talk about Canada.
Perfect. Yes.
So, I mean, as we both know, a lot of people are staying close to home.
Yeah.
And if they are traveling, they're traveling by car or RV. And even though the border is not open right now, it will be eventually.
It will be soon, soonish.
So when I'm going to show where in Canada
Very good.
it is. So here we go.
Yeah.
So it's above Quebec, the city of Quebec, but not far, not super far, right?
Not super far. That is correct.
And it's definitely driving distance from Boston and New York, and probably a lot of other East Coast locations. So that's nice. So you can get in your car and drive the whole way and don't stop. And I know one of the things that you're talking a lot about is that it's a 4-season resort. It's not just for skiing. So here's a beautiful picture, right?
Yes.
On the lake. Right. So tell me about this.
Yep. So we are located about an hour and 15 minutes away from Quebec City International Airport. And then we're about 4 hours if you fly into Montreal. For those of you that are coming from other parts, maybe, I know a lot of you are going to drive, but just to give you a distance to and from airports. So we overlook the St. Lawrence River. So any of you that are coming from from upstate New York, this is a perfect opportunity. With Charlevoix opening, it is a 4-season resort. So, I personally love traveling during the fall because I get fall for like a week in Atlanta. So for me, I'm like all about getting a chance to see fall foliage. It's a great location because it's mountains meets the river. But it's just great for lively and active types of families, or if you are not the one that's as adventurous, because I know that we have I think we have over 160 different we have 52 different ski slopes that you can go and check out, but we have one of the steepest at 770 meters. So it's quite a drop for any of you adrenaline junkies, I would say.
Well, I have another picture that I want to show because skiing is really, I'm sure a lot of people will be going to this resort to ski.
It's a perfect opportunity for any of you that are looking to ski. It's our first North American all-inclusive resort that we have in Quebec, Canada, which is a fantastic opportunity for us just because of the nearby location. But there's so many things you can go and do, whether if you wanted to do snow mountain biking, if you wanted to do snowboarding, or if you wanted to look at doing, if you wanted to learn how to do bobsledding, or if you wanted to go sledding. There's so many different fun activities you can go learn and do. It's absolutely such a fun resort. We have what's called, like I was saying before, there's something for everybody. So we have our exclusive collection space. So for those of you that are looking for a more luxury, high-end experience, that we do have those spaces available for you throughout the resort. Just depends on what you're looking for.
And I need to know, because I know this is a question on everyone's mind. Are those little gondolas heated?
They are, yes, because obviously you're going to take a nice little ride. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, but yeah, you want to cross for a couple
minutes. It's cold. Canada's cold. So.
It is cold. I mean, have you been to Quebec City?
I have. I've been there in the winter too. I went up with my family when my kids were young, and we went dog sledding. We did all sorts of great stuff. We went to the Ice Hotel, and
nice.
So there's a lot of really cool stuff up there. Plus, the old city is beautiful, and it's such a great place to go. So you could tie in a visit to the old city with your trip to Club Med. You could do, explore the city, and then for the first couple of days, and then go over to the resort and ski and have a great time. So tell me what so if I go in February. What would be my typical day? So you said everything's included. So I just kind of throw my kids in ski lessons and I go to the spa. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. So that's really what I'm telling you or anybody else that's looking to go. So what a day in the life at Club Med looks like, wake up, get your coffee, get your tea in you, get everybody ready for the day, if you want to go to a morning yoga session followed by going to the spa. Of course, that's, a great way to just truly relax because it's vacation and you can do whatever you'd like. But on the Club Med app, if you are looking to go and experience, I know that it's fantastic. From a skiing experience, knowing that your lift tickets, the ski school, all your food, beverages, everything's all included for you. So it makes it so much easier. The only thing is that's going to be an additional charge to keep in mind. Is going to be going to get your ski and snowboard equipment. Otherwise, everything else is taken care of for you. And it's comparable to what price point you'd pay here in the States. But this is also known, Charlevoix in Quebec, Canada is also known as the Rockies of the East Coast. I mean, just some of the most beautiful scenery, things you can want to go see and experience. But if you want to go to ski school in the morning and then maybe you want to go from like the Bunny Hill and try it out. I always go down the Bunny Hill every time. If I haven't put on skis in a couple of months, I always just put on the Bunny Hill to get that greater confidence.
You're from the South. You're from the South. How much do you ski?
originally from the Northeast. I actually had a couple of major snow, um, really great ski lodges in my parents' backyard that I would always go and ski as a kid. But now that I live in the South, it gives me a little like boost of confidence, go down the bunny hill, and then work my way up to the double black diamonds just to get that liquid courage in myself a little bit to get there and good to go.
And to feel more comfortable.
Yeah. It's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I had never been to an all-inclusive before I went to the Dominican Republic.
Oh, really?
And the thing that I kept getting tripped up on, and people kind of teased me about it a little bit, every time we'd have a meal, I'd be looking for the wait staff to get the check. And they'd say, there's no check.
No.
Or a tab, to sign my room number or whatever. Yeah. I just couldn't, I had a hard time for the first few days. Or you go to the nice, beautiful bar by the beach or something, you're like, okay, I'm ready to sign. And so that is really, you don't realize like how nice that is until you're actually living it, that you don't have to worry or think about it, or like the cost. So you have in mind how much a trip will cost, but then at the end, it ends up being considerably more than you thought, right?
So I totally hear you on that. I had a trip, I was traveling for like a month straight through. And I think when I was coming through, I was actually traveling through Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, and I just got back from being in all-inclusive resorts, and I just didn't think anything, and I was still very much in vacation mode that I almost walked away. And the waiter's like, you need to pay. I'm like, sorry, I've been on vacation. I've done vacation apparently very well, and I'm so sorry. This was not meant to be. He just laughed because I was like, look at the passport stamp. I promise I was just in Mexico. Like, I promise this just happened. So, but it's great.
I came down and like tackle you in the middle of the airport. And
we're just like, talk about making a scene. But you know what? Yes, it's such a wonderful experience just to know you can truly kick back and relax. And I think a lot of us do have that feeling when you're always looking around for the wait staff, or how do I sign this to my room, or what are those additional costs? But with going to Club Med, everything's all inclusive. So it's a wonderful experience. And I mean, we're well known for our food as well. And just if you're looking for the culinary scene, like if you've never tried in that part of Canada, I know they're very well known for like poutine. It's just like
poutine
fries and some gravy on top. Oh, it's some of the best. Like
that's winter food for sure.
That is winter food. I mean, the best.
So there are a lot of other activities. So like as you're saying, it's a 4-season resort. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I have a nice picture that I want to show, but I know that there's dog sledding, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So here's something, so you can go whale watching if you wanted to, right?
Yeah. So this is right in, you can do, for those of you that haven't been to Quebec, Canada, it's absolutely beautiful. I've been into the historical part of their downtown areas, which is just absolutely beautiful. Just if you ever have done whale watching, or if you've never done it, this is something I would definitely highly suggest for you to do if you go off site and to go see this. Fantastic experience just to see these whales that are way bigger than the everyday human. It's just so phenomenal. And it's those moments that you get caught up in travel because, a lot of times you want to feel like you've gone somewhere. And of course, you're in Canada, so you are in a different country. But, that part, what I love about being in Quebec is the fact that, it's French Canada. So it's between French and English, and they have so much history between their culture and their history. And being well known, there's so many different things to seeing when the last natural ice ages. And in one of their national parks that they have, you can go hiking, you can do biking, kayaking, canoeing. There's so much adventure and things ahead of you. This is actually also, I don't know if you guys knew, so Club Med is very well known for doing trapeze and doing like circus training. And so this is actually where Charlevoix, so in Cirque du Soleil, this is where Cirque du Soleil was born, was in Charlevoix, Canada.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So do you have circus things?
We do.
Cirque du Soleil things?
We should be. We will soon. But it is great if you've never had an opportunity. We have Cirque du Soleil coaches that will come to the resorts and coach you on how to do flying trapeze, gymnastics, juggling, acrobatics. So it's really a wonderful type of opportunity to go and do so at the resorts. And plus, if you don't have the opportunity to do it at home, why not try it at a resort? We like to call those our must-try experiences. And it's a perfect opportunity to get a chance to have those bragging rights, all the things you got a chance to do on vacation, right?
Right. Well, I have done like an aerial workout with the, the silks or whatever, and it is a trip. I won't say anything else. You have to experience for yourself, but it's definitely a trip. And even if you are in really good shape, it is a challenge. So I highly recommend it. If you don't mind being upside down, like off the floor by 6 feet upside down, it's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the resort because it's not actually open yet.
No.
So here's one of the rooms, and it looks beautiful.
So we've got, like I said, we have a variety of different room types. We have our deluxe room category, goes about 400 square feet. And then we have our superior rooms that are about 500 square feet. So just, more modern, more simplicity, absolutely beautiful. This resort is actually due to open in December of 2021. If anybody that's looking to book any groups, of course, contact Jeannie and Amy. They're your travel gurus, but just a perfect opportunity to just to have those, just to be able to have that. And then I know we're going to have future sales coming up later this fall, but definitely make sure that you contact Jeannie and Amy because the rooms are absolutely beautiful. Of course, if you're booking into our exclusive collection space, so that's our higher end, more luxury product. You have a larger room accommodations, about 1,000 square feet, champagne in the evenings, complimentary, higher end liquor. So if you're thinking about like if you drink Absolute vodka and you drink like Tito's, just to give you a better idea of examples, but robes, slippers, they have Lexington bathroom amenities. They have a coffee and tea station in the room with additional drinks and beverages in your mini fridge, room service, complimentary. So definitely fantastic.
What do they have for like families? Like so if a family wants to go and ski and they have 3 kids, what would be work for them there? Assuming you have like 2-bedroom suites and things like that, but
I would definitely book them in one of our superior rooms because we actually, with our family superior suites that we have, there's a king size bedroom for mom and dad, and then we have usually the bathroom, and then we have our mini bar, and then there's another room with 2 beds for the kids, and then we also have a pull-out sofa available too, so we can definitely sleep, those larger families as well. And I totally understand what that looks like. I'm the baby of my family, so I totally understand.
Yeah. Well, that is it's funny because when you have an odd number family. Yeah, it's hard to try to find a way to configure it because you have 2 and 2, or it ends up being hard. It's harder than you think. Not crisis, but a challenge. Yeah. So here's another, and we all acknowledge that the picture of the room was a computer generated mock-up.
Yeah, I promise it is coming very soon though. So the actual.
But I will show this picture too of what it looks like on the outside.
Yeah. Just an absolutely beautiful photo. Just imagine yourself, either skiing, snowboarding, coming down the mountain slopes on, some of the steepest part. Remember, this is the Rockies of the East, and so I've been told. But just, coming down the ski slope, overlooking the St. Lawrence River, just absolutely beautiful views. And the resort is all of, I think, 308 rooms total. So it's not a massive monstrosity when you think about an all-inclusive resort in Quebec too. So perfect opportunity.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. So this is really exciting. So I know it's about 90 degrees outside, everybody, which is 32 degrees Celsius in Canada. Yes. So, and I know it's hard to think about planning something for the fall or the winter, right. But skiing, snowboarding, food and drink, beautiful accommodations, driving distance.
Yes.
So it sounds very appealing. Yeah.
It's all included.
Very, very appealing. So it sounds wonderful. And thank you so much for coming on to tell us about the newest Club Med. Super excited to check it out. We've been talking about a family vacation, so I think that might be perfect for us to head up there. Absolutely. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by. We all love our backyard, but we can't wait to travel again. Agreed. So while we wait, Amy and I will continue to dream and plan for the future of travel with stories and exciting trips to amazing destinations. Next week, the show moves to Thursday night permanently. So Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And we will be talking to our friends from Iceland Exclusive Travels. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it. And happy and safe travels, everyone, once we are able and good to go. Get our passport stamps on and ready to go there.
That's right. And we'll see you all next week. Thursday night on Janine and Amy's Travel Experiences. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks. Bye, guys.